And hi, everybody, and welcome into the Coach's Comments presented by Southside Auto. I'm Cristiano Cimino, joined alongside by Stars head coach Cody Chupp. And Cody, how else could you describe this win for your team other than a gutsy road effort that really took control in the second period when you're down 3-1 and the game can go a completely other way, but your team responded and really gutted one out?
Yeah, I was obviously extremely happy with our response, and I thought the first goal was a tough bounce for Moose, and the play kind of leveled out after that point, and there was some back and forth, and the two goals that they scored were their MO to a T, in my opinion. They're transition goals. I think it was the fourth guy on the rush. Both times ended up scoring. And to me, it was our conversation in the media timeout was it's two-sided. And coming into this game, we talked a lot about our puck play and the ability to manage pucks to prevent them from getting easy transition. So that was the first component, and what we were doing with the puck at the offensive blue line and in the offensive zone. And the second part was you just have to work. And if you're 4 and 5, you can't assume that my job's done because there's a guy above me and he's going to back check. A team like Sioux Falls that transitions so well and with good numbers, those second and third goals were exactly that. The fourth layer joins, and we got beat back up the ice. So at that point, I thought the game was starting to slip a little bit. Our bench emotion was starting to slip a little bit, and a huge credit to the guys. We got immediate timeout kind of right when we needed one, and we were able to kind of recenter ourselves, take a deep breath, and reestablish our game and respond to what was happening to us as a group instead of starting to, blame the refs or whatever it may be in those situations. That happens a lot. We responded the right way with good work ethic and started to tilt the ice again in our favor.
Two consecutive power play goals. We talked about it last week in Pittsburgh. The power play, you liked what they were doing, but you didn't exactly see the results. You saw a goal against Muskegon, sure, but 1 for 12 coming into this game. What did you see from the power play tonight in terms of execution that necessarily didn't result in goals in the back of the net last week?
Honestly, our power play from last week to this week might have been the opposite. I thought we struggled at times to get ourselves set, but we made it work. And so as far as in-zone time, moving the puck around, creating opportunities, running through some options, we didn't do a great job tonight, but we outworked them when we had to, and had some really good individual efforts at times that resulted in 2 goals. So that's how the power play goes. That's how special teams go. The big component for us, and not just our power play, but our 5-on-5 game, is we have to outwork our opponent, and we have to commit to it as a group. And when our power play's clicking, it's because we're able to move the puck around, put pucks to the net, recover it as a unit, use one of our release options, get ourselves set, and then do it all over again. And that's where our power play is going to thrive. Is we have some really good skill and some really good IQ, but if we're not willing to outwork them and recover pucks, and it's going to be tough on us. So tonight was sloppy at times, but we made it work, and results matter. So
the obvious number one star of the night, Matt Miller, his 2 goals in the third period really propelled you guys to this victory. And there were 2 goals that came in 2 different ways. You had one spectacular forehand, backhand move in the low slot, and then you had the wraparound from the side of the net. How much have you been stressing net front traffic and presence in the USHL, knowing that a lot of those goals are going to come from the dirty areas?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at goals in our league, not just for us as a team, but goals in our league in general, they all come fairly of the same variety. So if you're willing to get there, if you have the ability to put pucks into that area, and you're committed to being strong and winning your one-on-one battles in that area, good things will happen for you. So yeah, it's a main focus of every game that we play, and it's part of our us establishing our game and our identity within a game. If you go back to the Fargo game, I thought they did a better job in the first 10 minutes, and if you look at the results, it resulted in 2 goals. The last couple games for us, I think we've done a better job in those areas, and the results have turned around, and we're starting to produce scoring chances, second chances, and ultimately goals for ourselves in those areas. And it's a hard area to produce. It's a hard area to make a living. But if you're willing to do it and you're committed to doing it, that's where you score.
2 straight wins on the year so far. You've improved to 2-1 on the season. You spoiled a banner-raising ceremony of the Clark Cup champion Sioux Falls Stampede. How do you expect the Icebox to welcome you guys next Friday when you face off against these same Sioux Falls group?
Like the Icebox is known to welcome us and our opponents. And, I've said it since the day I took the job. There's no other place that I would rather call our home rink, and we're excited to get back in front of our fans. We're excited to show them who we are, to start to develop our identity at home. And, we say it all the time that we want to go into opponents' buildings with a chip on our shoulder. We want them to know that they played the Lincoln Stars when they get done with a game. And at home, it's that and more. We have the fans on our side. It's notoriously a tough place to play. We want it to be the hardest building to play in the entire league. And again, people to come in and know we just played the Lincoln Stars, and it was a battle.
He's Cody Chupp. I'm Cristiano Simona. That was the coach's comments presented by Southside Auto Tech. Stars win 6-4 over the Sioux Falls Stampede.